President Trump can't stop admitting to war crimes. He does it on TV. He does it seemingly every other week. Here he is with his guard down talking to Laura Ingraham on Fox News, and he said this.
Moved our troops out of Syria, on the border between Turkey and Syria. That turned out to be such a successful move, Laura. Look what happened. Now they protect their own. They've been fighting over that border for 1,000 years. Why should we do it? And then they say he left troops in Syria. You know what I did? I left troops to take the oil. I took the oil. The only troops I have are taking the oil. They're protecting the oil. I took over
we're taking the oil. We're not taking the oil.
Well, maybe we will. Maybe we won't.
They're protecting the facility.
I don't know. Maybe we should take it. But we have the oil. Right now, the United States has the oil. So they say he left troops in Syria. No, I got rid of all of them other than we're protecting the oil. We have the oil.
My favorite part of that is how Laura Ingraham tries to help him. Laura Ingram's like, we're not taking it. We're protecting the facilities. Softball down the center of the plate. He's like, well, I don't know. I'm taking it. Why? Maybe we should take it. Oh, you moron. I like how he also says, like, people are saying I'm keeping troops in Syria. I'm not keeping troops in Syria. I'm just keeping them there to protect the oil and take the oil. As if that doesn't count. As if it's like, no, that doesn't count as troops in Syria when we have troops in Syria to steal their oil. Why would you think for a second that doesn't count? That obviously counts. In fact, one could argue that's worse than if they were there for other reasons, like just sitting there to be a buffer to protect the Kurds. Oh my God, man. This guy. I'm taking the oil. We're taking the oil. Again, I know that this gets tedious and annoying because I say it all the time, virtually every day on this show. But you have to do this intellectual exercise to see how wild this is. Imagine any other country giving an interview to their state media, because that's what Fox News is for Trump, his state media. And they say, yeah, we're in sovereign country X, and yeah, we're taking natural resource X from that country. If it was Russia, if it was Iran, even if it was U.S. allies, it would be like, whoa, what are you doing there? What are you doing, pal? But when it's us, he just thinks that's totally normal. See, he fully believes that the rules, the laws, they don't apply to us. And that's hilarious because one of the things Trump ran on was law and order. Now, law and order in political speak in the context of the U.S. is code word for I'm going to keep those evil minorities in line. That's what that is. We're going to do broken windows policing and stop and frisk, and I'm going to show them who's boss. That's what law and order is code word for in U.S. politics. But if you actually take a literal interpretation of law and order, that means that you think justice is blind, the law should be applied equally, and nobody's above it. But the position on foreign policy is the exact opposite. No. We are the law. There are no laws. We'll bring up the law to make other people fall in line, but when it's us, we're above it. We can do whatever we want. I could steal your oil, and there's nothing you could say about it or do about it. Oh, you want to try something about it? Reminds me of the Chappelle Show. Okay, sanction me with your army. Oh, that's right, UN. You don't have an army. Well, how about you? Shut the fuck up. That's the mindset. That's the mindset. I'm going to do whatever the hell I want. Have you seen my guns? Have you seen my military? Have you seen my tanks? Have you seen my aircraft carriers? Do you know how much Raytheon and Boeing and Honeywell and Northrop Grumman run this country? You have no idea now, do you? Oh, this is a dark time. This is really dark. You could even, listen, I'm no fan of George W. Bush or Barack Obama. I think they're both also war criminals, to differing degrees, but they're both war criminals. But imagine one of them says this. Bush, you could kind of imagine saying it, to be fair. And I think Bush is still a worse president than Trump, at least to this point. When Trump's done, that may have changed. But imagine Obama saying this. So we decided we're going to invade this sovereign country, and we're going to take the oil. That's what we're going to do. Everybody like, what? It's not a thing. You can't do that. That's not on the fact that, like, these are things that are not even on the menu of that which is supposed to be possible. And he's like, yeah, that's what we're doing. dude, come on, man. Come on, man. I left the troops there, but don't worry, it doesn't count because they're only there to steal natural resource from a sovereign country. In a world that made sense, I'm going to quote Chomsky to end this segment. If the Nuremberg laws were upheld, every post-World War II U.S. president would have been hanged. I mean, you can't get a more clear example of that than hearing Trump say this. Because if anybody else said that, the international community would flip out, call it a rogue regime, say that there should be regime change, and then they would try that person for war crimes.